defined naman po to sa specific project and the governance structure in place. So, however po, typically items on a project governance meeting agenda, o pag halimbawa po kayo is nagkaroon na kayo ng meeting like halimbawa po is nandyan na yung project, you need to have a meeting po, no? So, syempre po, nandyan po yung review of project status and progress against the objectives. So, yun po yung dapat nyo lagi ding sinecheck kapag nagkakaroon na po kayo ng mga meeting. Yung review po ng project risk and mitigation strategies na ginawa na nangyari. Kasi usually nagmi-meeting yan, of course, sa una, initiation. Once na nandun na tayo sa point or nasa life cycle na po tayo ng project na execution, after a week, minsan meron tayong mga sinatawag na meeting agenda, di ba? Ayan. And kasama po dyan yung mga review of project schedule and budget, decision-making on project issues or changes, review of project performance metrics and reports, and discussion of the stakeholders' feedback and input. And syempre, yan din ang review of project deliverables and outcome. Okay. So, the question of understanding din po about project management is the impact of a project organization to project performance. Ayan. Meron po din dito na project management principles at project management organizational model, project management accountability and responsibility, na which is hindi po siya mawawala. So again, what we discussed yesterday about project organization, sila po yung may significant impact dun sa project ng project performance. Kasi po ito po yung structure at arrangement ng mga taos at ng mga resources na responsible po sa pag-execute ng project. And of course, kung well-designed po ang project organization, mas makakapag-increase po tayo ng efficiency. So hopefully, halos lahat po tayo with the yung organization type po, no? Like yesterday, di ba, meron tayong projectized, meron tayong composite, meron tayong functional. So sana lahat, no, projectized system ng organization. Kasi at least, kung ikaw ang project manager, lahat yun sa'yo. Pwede ka lang, kumbaga magre-report ka lang sa Chief Operating Officer, pero lahat ng decision making is sa'yo. So, kung nakikita mong pangit, makakadigil ka. Kung nakita mo maganda, makakadiretso ka without any explanations. Ayan. So, again, for this project management principles naman and mga fundamental concept and practices, of course, yung sinabi ko rin kanina, dapat maayos na naka-define, naka-establish yung project scope, hanggang sa pag-evaluate ulit ng learning from the project outcomes. With this project management organizational model naman, nakadependin kasi yan sa size, no? So sabi nga natin kahapon, that is the functional, the projectized, and the matrix. So ayan, yan yung tatlo, pero dinagdagan po nila for us, which is the composite naman, na mostly combination lang ng functional, projectized, at matrix din. Yeah. And again, the project management accountability and responsibility is kung sino po ang accountable at responsible for those projects. Another questions of understanding about project management is again, yung project knowledge po. Ayan. Project knowledge po or the requirements. Ayan. So, ang project management po, knowledge requirements is the range of your knowledge, skills, and competencies that enable the project managers to plan, execute, monitor, and control projects successfully. So, of course, ang kasama po sa mga key knowledge requirements ay yung project planning natin, project execution, project monitoring and control, stakeholder management, at communication management. So, a little bit later po, I'm going to share you a video kung saan po mas magkakaroon po tayo ng idea what are those skills and what are those things na kailangan po nating matutunan or meron tayo bilang isang project manager. Ayan. So as part din po of the life cycle na tinatawag po or project management life cycle po, ito po yung mga phases ng projects natin. So sabi ko nga kanina, from initiation to closure. So from initiation, dito kayo magko-conceptualize and yung feasibility ng project, i-assess po natin. For the planning naman po is like we're going to plan and develop yung mga resources kung saan i-allocate. Execution is more on putting into action and project deliverables. Monitoring, dito na po papasok kapag may problema, ano pong inyong gagawin. Ayan. Closure naman is this is the phase where the project is completed and project outcomes are evaluated. Are we going to adapt it with our system or are we going to revise it? For this project management standards and compliance naman, syempre po hindi mawawala yung ating mga practices and regulations that project manager must done to adhere when managing projects. So nandyan po again si PM book, which is from Project Management Body of Knowledge, Prince 2 or yung mga projects in controlled environments, mga ISO 21500, and syempre yung mga iba pang compliance requirements. Ayan. Okay. So moving forward, ano ba talaga yung mga project manager competency and skills? Diba? Paano nyo ba masasabi or paano ba natin masasabi that as a manager or a project manager, confident na tayo or kumbaga parang mataas yung confidence natin for competency natin para mag-manage ng isang project. So again, I prepare a video to all of you here and hopefully po ay ma-enjoy natin. So maikli lang naman ito. So, bago ko po i-discuss ang po, so ibinigay po ni Sir John or for the ICT Project Management, I really want to share this video din po sa inyo for additional information.
Understanding the project management skills. Project management is becoming an essential part of businesses of all sizes and categories. The reality is that both executives and entrepreneurs are realizing the need to have a who is responsible for a specific project from start to finish. With good project management skills, a project manager will generally gather a team who will be working directly with him on the project. While project management involves many different skills, we were able to reduce them to only 7. So, here is the project management skills list that you need to have to be successful as a project manager. Let us take basic skills that every project manager must have. Skill number 1, leadership. Leadership is needed not only to manage teams as well as to provide the general vision about the project. In addition, this project management skill requires that you are able to listen to your team, motivate them, coach them, and even serve them whenever it's necessary. The truth is that when you are the project manager, you will need to ensure that everyone on your team is committed to the project and that they all know what they need to do. Summing up, you'll not only be managing, but you will also be leading. Skill number 2, communication. Communication involves understanding, but also being understood. The reality is that when there isn't a good communication, this may end up affecting the project team, but also the stakeholders and the clients as well. However, when good communication is in place, every page. In addition, as a project management leader, you need to understand that communication is a dialogue and not a one-way message. Skill number 3, planning skills. While planning is extremely important, not all project managers tend to pay attention to it when looked at the overall project management skills matrix. The truth is that you need a plan that allows you to keep tasks organized in order to get the right outcome. So, whenever something unexpected happens, you'll be able to deal with it efficiently. Skill number 4, time management. While as a project manager you have hundreds of tasks that you need to do, one of the project management skills that you need to have is to know which tasks are the ones that are really important, that have more impact on the project. You may end up caught up in tasks that keep appearing out of the blue. You need to understand the difference between important and urgent. Skill number 5, risk management. When everything doesn't go as planned, you can be sure that people will turn to the project if there's something you could have done to prevent the situation. So, one of the things that you need to consider is that you should never ignore risk. However, risk management is a lot more since it includes being ready. The sooner you identify the risk, the earlier you can manage it and avoid it. Skill number 6, negotiation skills. Another project management skill that is absolutely necessary for any project manager is related with negotiation. After all, you'll need to negotiate budgets, the use of resources, schedules, among so many others. Ultimately, you need to work out on compromises with everyone and make them feel that they have won. Skill number 7, subject matter expertise. With the digital world, you know that you need to keep learning all the time. The reality is that things change at a fast pace and you just need to keep up. You need to have a good understanding and knowledge about the systems and platforms that your team uses, as well as you need to know how to talk with clients and stakeholders as well. Conclusion. As a project manager, you will need to deal with many different situations and people at the same time. However, you need to keep in mind that the main goal is to be able to execute the project from the beginning to the end without any delays. And this isn't that you possess each one of the 7 project management skills. They will help you surpass every single obstacle that comes in your way.
Ayan, okay. So thank you very much for the AIMS UK for giving us those skills and project management na kailangan nating mga ipos. So dapat daw at least we are a subject matter expert. Okay. So anyway po, this is for those na videos na ibinigay ko po sa inyo is just an adaptation lang po pagdating po sa tinatawag nating mga project manager competency or yung mga skills na dapat po manage si project manager. But of course, for us po na nasa ICT or yung ang ating more in focus is ICT project management, binigyan lang naman po tayo ng mga simple na mga skills na i-discuss natin. So, of course, nandun po sila is the number 1 na I guess pareho lang din po no doon sa 7 skills nga daw po ni project management. So, marami na at least po ay dapat meron, but yun nga po si AIMS UK just give us more on some short or kumbaga parang shortcut na lang niya muna with 7, di ba? And dito po sa ating sa course natin na i-discuss is more on 3 lang po siya. Ayan. But of course, what if leadership siya, meron siyang mga kinds, like yung mga attributes niya. Ayan. Continue. So sa kanilang paa, malalaman mo kung ano bang mga data ang kailangan mo, di ba? So kaya nga sabi natin, dapat at least yung project manager ay merong idea sa mga bawat stages, sa mga bawat positions as well, para at least hindi naman siya, alam mo, parang nawawala kung saan. Yan. So that is more on gathers data, analyze information, and look forward decision. So design and write for the planning attributes. Another one naman for the attributes naman of control is nandyan si facilitates process, initiation, execution, control and improvement, and syempre yung mga lead decision making. So almost same lang din siya naman ni leader, but ang management kasi is more on you need to manage talaga. Yan. Kasi yung kanina, di ba, parang si leadership is, paano ba natin ma-different si leadership at saka si management? Si leadership kasi is more on okay, si management is more on gagawin mo siya in a way na nakadepende sa mga steps. Yun namang leader is sometimes you are doing it on a matter of your mga skills and yung mga value yung pag-iisipan mo, no? Pero at the end of the day, almost pareho sila, lalo na kung ang purpose nila is to create the project and to lead the project. Ayan. And next is control, which is facilitates process nga po, initiation, execution, control and improvement, and lead decision making. Documents with an attributes po of captures and stores information for knowledge requirement. Ayan. Kasi as a manager, sabi nga kanina nung nag-present ng assignment, no, kailangan magaling ka mag-document kasi those documents will be used in the near future, especially sa pag-present sa inyong mga stakeholders, pag-present sa mga upper management, or kailangan nila ng approval for the project. Ayan. Okay, next po natin is technical skills. Ayan, di ba? Parang sa assignment nyo kahapon, may generic skills, may technical skills. So with this, at least you have this what we call the analysis, the design, and the building. Kasi nga po, as an ICT project manager, you're able to create something that is more on digital. Diba? More on information and communications technology. So at least you have this an attributes of captures information and apply appropriate thinking tool to build understanding, decision, and planned action. So, kailangan nyo po ng data to analyze, and kung ano po magiging result, kailangan nyo po siyang i-apply on the appropriate thinking tool, or kumbaga, parang para saan ba itong data na to, para ano bang kailangan kong maging decision because of this data, ayan. And kailangan nyo rin po mag-build ng understanding, decision, and planned action. Another one po under the technical is what we call the design, which captures naman po requirements and performance specifications and apply appropriate modeling tool. Hindi po ibig sabihin niya kailangan maging graphic designer po kayo, pero design is like how you're going to present this on your people. Like, kailangan, di ba sabi ko nga, like yung sinasabi, usually with ICT or digital transformation, ngayon po is mas nabibigyan ng emphasize ang mga user-generated contents o mga user-generated na mga technology. Noon is nakikita nila kung paano to ginagamit, mas naiintindihan nila kung para saan yon kasi meron ng mga taong nagpapakita sila sa kanila kung ano yung magiging purpose nun in the near future. And of course, the user experience na lagi nating sinasabi. Kung yan magpapatagal lalo ng buhay nila sa dami ng ikiklik nila, syempre hindi nila yan mas i-adapt. So, at least po alam nyo po yung magiging user experience design ng inyong project. So sabi nga dito, you should capture requirements and performance specification and apply appropriate modeling tool. Para at least alam nyo kung anong gagamitin yung tool na makukuha naman yung approval ng mga benefit. And of course, next po with this is the building, which defines and implements the development platform and to control delivery and integration of work packages to comply with the project scope and outcome. So, defines and implement po the development platform, at least po, you will be able to create and build kung ano man po itong mga software or mga applications that you really want to make. And syempre, kailangan alam nyo rin po kung paano nyo siya i-deliver, diba? Parang kanina po. So, sabi nga, syempre, kailangan na i-convert yung paggamit ng mga forms into Google Suite or into Google Workspace. So, at least alam nyo kung kailan siya i-deliver. And the integration po of the mga work packages. So, ano ba mga gagamitin natin para mas magamit siya? Para matuloy itong project na ito, di ba? Ano yung mga i-integrate nating processes doon sa i-offer natin na project with the people. Ayan. Okay. So, ito po yung tinatawag natin na project manager control list. Ayan. So, ano ba yan? Ito daw, sabi nga dito is to watch. Ayan. So, number 1 po is yung scope. Okay. Ano po ba ang mga dapat nating tinitignan sa isang project kapag, para po at least makita natin kung kaya ba natin siyang magawa ng paraan o hindi natin siya kaya magawa ng paraan or magiging successful ba ang ating project o hindi. Siyempre, nandun yung number 1 is scope. So, pag kailangan nating tignan or kailangan nating mas may control sa scope ay unclear requirements, lack of agreement, at saka mga scope creep. Yan. So, if you will see po, itong mga to watch na ito or mga control item list is more on negative. Okay? Kasi nga po, ito yung mga dapat nating maitama at dapat wala dun sa ating ginagawang project. Yan. Number 2 is time. So, baka daw merong error time estimation and delay schedule, di ba? So, at least, once na nakita nyo yung mga at mga delay schedule, magagawa na po natin agad yan ng paraan. Next is cost. So, baka po error in cost estimation at meron ding budget or overspending naman. Like kung 100,000 po ang budget ninyo na para sa 3 months, so at least kailangan sa isang buwan nasa 33,000 or 34,000, tapos susunod 34, tapos ang susunod is 32. Dapat a little bit like that, di ba? Pero again, you should double check if there is an error in cost estimation or budget spending. So numbers, di ba? Ito, laging hindi pwedeng mawawala talaga si Riz, laging nandyan. So you need to disregard the what if and mitigation. Kailangan po dito, ang ibig niya sabihin nito, i-disregard mo yung mga what if. Pero, i-check mo yung mitigation action, di ba? Parang, ano yun ma'am? Parang wala na lang. Oo. Kumbaga parang what if ganito. Hindi po kasi kapag tayo ay nag-iisip po ng risk, sabi nga ni Sir kanina, it's either you're going to accept the risk, it's either you're going to pass the risk, or it's either you're going to do something about the risk. So, ganun po yung pagmamanage ng mitigation action po ay pinaka-isa sa importante. Pag sinabi po natin control item list, ibig po sabihin nito guys ay sabihin natin nagra-run na yung pwede naman din natin siyang i-check during the planning stage ito or during the planning stage. Pero minsan din kasi dumadating sa point na nasa execution stage na, tsaka mo din lang makikita tong mga to. So any life cycle of the project, you can use this control item list. Ayan. Next is resources, di ba? Availability, capability, and supplier issue. Baka during the planning stage, yung supplier nyo ay maayos naman, pero pagdating na ng execution, the supplier have those things na kailangang baguhin ng kaunti. Ma'am, can we still change ever po, no? As far as I remember, there is we have the agreement and we have the contract. So, for you to kami po kasi what we do no sa amin, of course hindi ko naman sinasabi na ito rin po yung gamitin ninyo in the near future. Minsan kasi supplier namin, we are doing it like ang contract namin is hanggang sabihin natin 6 months. Yan. So within the 6 months, kapag tong supplier na to is tinitignan namin yung performance nila. Kapag sa 6 months na to, they are okay. So go ulit po tayo with another 6 months. Pero kapag hindi sila okay, 5th month pa lang nung project, what we do is we are looking na for another supplier. Para yung transition din, kapag papalitan sila, ganun ka, hirap. Kasi usually din, ang recontract naman ng supplier is 1 month before the end of the contract or 2 months before the end of the contract, nag-uusap na, di ba? So, makakapag-decide ka na nun. Ayan. Next is expectation. So, customer experience and perception. During the planning phase, you have this meron na kayong experience, parang mga iniisip na ito yung magiging customer experience, diba? Parang kahapon, sa assignment din natin, may nagsabi na sa kanila daw, pasado na yun, pero sa customer na tinry nila na sinurvey nila during the execution is parang may kailangan pang i-revise or something. So, something like that din po siya. Ayan, yung mga perception din po, like for example, kayo, ano po ba yung mga perception nyo dun sa project na nangyayari, di ba? Yan. Next is communication, which is the stakeholder relationship, message, and messenger issue. Ayan. Baka yung mga katulad ko po that I have experience na yung mga stakeholders ay hindi po nagre-reply. So, matik po, nagkakaroon ng mga events na minsan hindi mo rin naman talaga inaasahan. So, what will be your next move? So ako po, what I do is nag-post lang po ako dun sa group namin telling that for those who are going to give the certificate po by the next day, kasi nga po due to some technical issue. Hindi ko man po so what we do is weekly huddle or monthly huddle. So hindi ko po alam kung sa mga organizations po ninyo meron pong ganun or nagkakaroon po kayo ng chance tong mga meeting na to. But again, ito po, as a project manager, this will be your meeting agenda as always. Pwede nyo po yan dagdagan, pero this will be our basis po for the ICT project management. So, number one is yung performance, what are those deliverable, effectiveness, efficiency, and accountability, ano yung mga schedule. Kasama po yung minutes, like for example, anong oras nyo po siya. But for me po, no, like kami, ako po kasi with our team, I usually use po itong mga artificial intelligence tools na kumbaga para at least hindi po kayo ganun na laging nagsusulat or naghahabol ng pinag-uusapan, no? At least you can explore po yung mga tinatawag nating mga AI tools na sila na po ang magno-note ng meeting sa inyo. Minsan nga po, they are the one who's recording the meeting already. Pipili na lang po kayo kung ano po yung ilalagay natin with the minute. We'll check po yung mga parplies.ai. You can also check the tvdl.io po yata naman siya. Ayan. So ako po kasi yung ginagamit ko, tvdl.io. Tapos some of my colleague naman po, they are using parplies.ai. So yung mga yan, pwede po natin siyang magamit na nakasali lang sila sa meeting, then afterwards, they are the one who's going to summarize those meeting. But again, as a project manager, kailangan po alam natin yung basic. So again, for the agenda, we're going to look for the performance. Ano ba yung mga deliverables, effectiveness, efficiency, accountability, and schedule. For the agenda people naman, roles, accountability, responsibility, expertise, work, behavior, and results. Behavior po is included kasi behavior po will definitely help on how you're going to finish the project. Baka po yung iba na kasama ninyo ay attitude, ano? So at least kailangan po nating bigyan ng emphasize yon. Hindi naman natin agad na parang papahiyain during the meeting. Medyo magpapahapyaw na po kayo. Like for example, okay, I just noticed that some of our members are doing something like this, like that. This is not the expected with you for your performance. Ayan, mga ganong mga pahaging. Tapos kapag umulit-ulit, that's the time you really need to get them one-on-one and heart-to-heart na usapan. Okay, another one is, syempre, hindi mawawala ang process. Di ba, meron tayong mga tinatawag na 4Ps minsan eh. Pero yung 4Ps na yun is like people, process, ayan, yung, hindi pala siya 4Ps, nakalimutan ko yung isa. Property yata yun or something. Pero more on equipment naman siya. Ayan. Anyway, so process po, which is the quality, the workflow, the deliverables, the enablers, and the rules. Ayan. So with the process ba, okay ba yung quality ng prosesong ginagawa ninyo? Yung workflow, nasa na kayo? Yung deliverables ng mga processes, nandiyan pa ba? Enablers, baka may mga tools and equipments kayo na hindi naman pala nakakatulong dun sa proseso na ginagawa. So ayan. And of course, the rules. Ano ba yung mga rules or mga process, di ba? Para magawa. So, kasama po yan sa ating minutes. And at the same time, the methods. So, with the methods po is the applicability, the change, the improvement, and adaptation. So, paano nyo pa siya i-apply? Diba? Applicable ba yung project ninyo? Is there any changes po ba with the usual methods na ginagamit? How are we going to improve those methods para mas mapabilis or mas ma-achieve natin yung time ng project natin? And of course, how are we going to adapt with those methods? Diba? Kung nagkaroon ng changes, adapt with the changes po ng methods. Next is metrics. So, requirement compliance. Of course, kasama dyan. And babalik ulit tayo with the project governance, PM book, ISO certification. Ayan. Standards, same din po. So, are we still aligned with ISO 21500? Are we aligned with ISO 9001? Diba? And technology, syempre, nandun yung mga products, yung services, yung requirements, specification, availability, and maturity. Sabihin na tayong mga bagay na, okay, for example, ang project ninyo ay sabihin natin, November 2022, diba? Sabihin natin, nag-start yung project na October 2022, wala pang ChatGPT noon, no? Tapos nilaunch si ChatGPT, tapos libre pa ang gamit ng mga around end of November, tapos December. Feeling nyo medyo makakatulong naman si ChatGPT sa inyong project. So what you do is you're going to at least papasok kayo dun sa meeting nyo ng change and improvement, diba? Then after that, i-double check nyo pa rin is talaga bang itong ChatGPT na to will definitely help the way we're going to serve our business or we're going to serve our projects, diba? Ano ba yung mga requirements para magamit mo yung ChatGPT? Specification, updated ba talaga siya? E syempre kung available ba siya at matured na ba talaga yung technology na ginagamit po ninyo. Ayan. Next is suppliers. So, available ba sila ng kapasidad nila, delivery time nila, delivery way nila, delivery method nila, anything that will help kumbaga parang anything that will talks about delivery. Ayan, yung support nila, gaano ba sila ka-supportive kapag halimbawa merong mga kuwari nagkaroon ng emergency, kailangan mo ngayong araw na to, itinawag mo ngayon, kaya ba nila i-deliver tomorrow, yung mga ganon. Yung compliance nila, kasi po kung kayo po is nagpa-follow ng mga QMS, ng mga ISO 9001, mga ISO 21500, at syempre mga PM book ninyo, you should ask the supplier as well. Kasi baka mamaya hindi siya ganun ka-compliant. So magkakaroon ka ng problema kasi it will all start with your suppliers as well. Kasi baka mamaya yung sinusupply sa inyo, hindi naman pala ganun ka-quality yung ginagamit. So parang one of my client po asked me kasi magpapasa siya ng magpapasa siya ng requirements sa Ateneo kasi they are about to cater Ateneo po. So naghahanap kumbaga si Ateneo sa kanila. So siya, sabi niya sa akin is she's asking about what are those requirements na nakita niya. So nandun. Kasi si Ateneo po, bago po kayo makapasok or makapag-bid sa kanila, meron siya mga hinihingi requirements like number 1, meron ka bang project for sustainability? Ayan. Ano yung gagawin mo for the waste management system? Ayan, meron sila mga ganun. Tapos meron pa sila like, are you following the pest control? Kasi this is a food, this is a food business po eh. And then at the same time, they're asking for what are the innovations that you have already. Like, kasi mostly, syempre, pag Ateneo, medyo mga shala po ang mga students dyan, So, of course, sinabi ko sa kanya, at least po, you have this pest control every month or twice a month, much better. What is your process po on throwing the grease traps or the waste management system nyo po? Yung innovation po, kung sa bayad po is tumatanggap po kayo ng GCash, baka po pwede na magkaroon na kayo ng Visa and MasterCard, diba? Yung mga ganon. And of course, for the sustainability, at least meron silang project, something like Strolles, diba? Pwede yun, like every Thursday, Strolles yung canteen. Ayan. So, something like that. And of course, they really need to pass those requirements of their suppliers. Kasi ano ba yung mga suppliers nila? Ayan. Sino ba yung suppliers nila? Siyempre, double check din po yan. So, kasama po siya sa isang project. So, again, these are those meeting agenda that you're going to check kapag halimbawa, nagmi-meeting na po kayo or nagpa-follow up. Okay, so kanina po nabanggit si PMO ni Sir, ni Sir Jake, diba? Kanina nabanggit niya. So ngayon, we are going to discuss more about this PMO, tinatawag na Project Management Office. Okay. So, number 1 po, kaya muna natin siya. So, sabi po dito, number 1 is shared and coordinated across all projects administered by PMO. So, PMO po means Project Management Office. Number 2 is identification and development of project management methodology, the best practices, and the standards. And of course, the clearinghouse and management for project policies, procedures, template, and others. And PMO also plays a centralized configuration management for all projects administered by PMO, centralized repository and management for both shared and unique risk for all project. Ayan. So, for an additional information po about Project Management Office, sabi nga po, di ba, this is like a centralized function within an organization that is responsible for managing and supporting projects. So, the PMO po is designed to help organization ensure that projects are completed on time, within the budget, and to the required level of quality. So, as part po of the responsibilities of PMO, yung mga nasabi po natin ngayon or kanina, pero as an additional management, the PMO po kasi natin will be responsible for managing the organization's portfolio of projects. So they will ensure that they align with the organizational strategic goals and objectives. And at the same time, we have also the project management methodologies, di ba? Sila rin po ang mag-i-implement at mag-i-standardize niyan. So sabi nga dyan, they're going to develop the project methodology. Of course, there is the resource management. So, yung mga clearinghouse and management project policies. So, this is responsible on managing the project resources, including po yung mga budget, pati na rin ang procurement. We have also the finance, which is responsible naman po for the frameworks that we're going to use, reporting and metrics, and as well, training and support. And syempre, hindi po mawawala ang continuous improvement. Bakit po natin kailangan pa ng PMO, no? O bakit kumbaga parang, baka naman pwede nang wala ng project management office, parang pwede namang yung office na lang na normal, no? Ayan. Ang purpose po ng PMO natin or yung mga office natin is for us to improve our project performance kasi at least alam natin kung saan tayo kukuha ng mga informasyon o mga bagay-bagay. Another one po is increase yung visibility. Kasi po, ang PMO nga po ay nagpo-provide ng management with accurate and timely information about yung mga project nyo. Diba? And of course, they will enabling them to make informed decisions about project investment. Number 3 is better resource management. Kasi po, it will ensure that the project resources are allocated effectively. Plus, again, improve governance collaboration po. Okay. So, next po natin. Yan. So, dito rin po nakalagay, Central Office po for Operation and Management of the Project tools such as enterprise-wide project management software, central coordination of communication management across projects, a mentoring platform for project managers, central monitoring of all PMO project timelines and budgets, usually at the enterprise level, and coordination of overall project quality standards between the project manager and any internal or external quality personnel or standard organization. So, bakit siya bumabanggit ng mga enterprise? Kasi po, some of the types po of project management office ay meron po tayong tinatawag na 3 common examples po niyan. Okay, so let's move. Ayan. So, ito po ang types of management system na tinatawag. So, number 1 po is what we call the enterprise project office o yung tinatawag nga po natin na institutional. So, ito pong enterprise PMO o yung tinatawag natin EPMO is a centralized function that is responsible po for managing all projects within an organization. So, the EPMO po provides oversight and governance for all the projects and is responsible po for ensuring that projects are aligned with the organization's strategic goals and objectives. Of course, the EPMO po may provide methodologies, yung tools po, templates, and training to project teams as well as project portfolio management services na parang sinabi rin natin kanina. Okay. Next po is what we call the project-based project management office. Ayan. So, ito naman po is a project-based PMO, yung tinatawag nating PBMO, na temporary PMO po ito that is to manage a specific project or groups of projects. So, sabi nga natin, kung ang project is temporary, syempre itong project-based project management office is temporary din. Ayan. So, the PBPMO provides project management support, guidance, and oversight to the project team and is responsible for ensuring that the project is completed on time, within the budget din po, and to required level of qualities. So, this PBPMO may provide project management methodologies, yung mga tools ulit, yung templates at training specific to the project being managed. And of course, last but not the least is the Training Project Management Office or the Learning Center na tinatawag po natin or pwede rin po natin siyang tawaging TPMO. Ayan. So, ibig lang sabihin po niyan is Training PMO. Nakafocus naman po ito sa pagpo-provide sa project management training and development opportunities para sa empleyado ng isang organisasyon. Nagpo-provide din po ito ng project management courses, workshop, coaching, and mentoring program to employees at all levels of organization. It also may also provide project management certifications and may be responsible for maintaining the organization's project management competency framework. So if you will see po, parang kanina po, di ba may isa tayong attendee na may QMS. So, syempre, meron po silang tinatawag na Training Project Management Office. Ayan. So, sila po yung training na ito. Okay. So, any question po so far? Ayan, andyan pa po ba kayo? 37 attendees na lang tayo. Parang last time we were in 57. Or, ayan, check ko nga kung pang ilang slide na to. Ayan. Sige po, any question po for a while? Ayan. So, slide 32 na tayo, guys. And ang slide ay hanggang 56. So, malapit na po tayo. Don't you worry. Oh, it's 3:13. So, sakto to. Okay, give me a 1 naman po kung kayo po ay nandyan pa at nakikinig pa. Ayan, si Sir Junicel nandyan pa. Si Sir Sean nandyan pa. Sir Michael, si Sir Jerry, si Sir Romel, ayan. Okay, so far wala namang question. So, let's proceed. Ayan, para nga po tayo ay medyo maagang makagora bells. Okay. Okay. So, again, we are now in the second part of our topic, which is more on the project management methodology naman. So, sabi ko nga po sa inyo, we're able to on PM book, no? Or itong tinatawag nating body of knowledge. Ayan. Okay, so project management methodology po, so it is a combination of logical related practices, methods, and processes that determine how best, ayan, may humabol pa ng one. Yan. Practices, methods, and processes that determine how best to communicate and to contextually do the details of work of initiating, planning, implementing, monitoring, controlling, and closing of a project as expected by stakeholders. So if you will see po, etong initiating, planning, implementing, monitoring, controlling, and closing are those stages po ng tinatawag nating project. Okay. So as part pa rin po ng project management methodology, it secures po the presence and agreement about the common language, common processes, common rules, and common documentation in the delivery and support of the project objectives and agreed with the stakeholders. So again, nagsisecure lang siya ng presensya po ng ating mga agreement, no? Para po sa ating mga projects and delivery. Ayan, nako, umabot si Miss Mary Giselle. Okay. So as part pa rin po ng tinatawag nating project management methodology, and syempre po nandyan po ang definition or pagsasabi na it provides the baseline for the organization to continuously improve the means of project leadership and management to lead, direct, and control a project delivery and support through a lesson learned derived from every project retrospection. Okay. And of course, as a project management methodology, this is a good project management methodology framework, processes, guidelines, and techniques to manage the stakeholders, project team, and service providers in order to achieve the project objectives. Okay, so sabi nga po dito, as per PM4Dev, a good methodology daw po increases the odds of project success and therefore provides value to the project, the donor, and the beneficiaries. Okay. Ayan. So before I give or before we tackle this question of understanding, I just want to give you some additional details po about project management methodology. So, kanina yung mga binasa ko po sa inyo are those definitions for the ICT Project Management that is based po on the study, no? Especially po with Sir John. But as an additional information po with the project management methodology, so sabi po, this is like a set of processes, procedures, and practices that are used to manage and control a project from initiation to completion, which is nasabi rin naman po kanina. A project management methodology din po provides a structural approach to project management and helps project managers to organize, plan, and control the projects effectively. So what are those several project management methodologies na pwede nating magamit or available? No? Though we are encouraging you to use the PM book or the project management body of knowledge, of course, there are still those project management methodologies that we can try on as well. Siyempre, nandiyan po yung number 1 is what we call the waterfall. So, itong waterfall methodology is like a linear approach to project management where the project is divided into distinct phases such as kasama pa rin initiation, planning, execution,